Hi there and welcome to Foot Depot. Today we're going to be doing a brand new squad builder on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Today we're going to be looking at the bronze BPL squad that I've built here, so let's go in and have a look at the team. So starting off, as you can see, we've got starting 11 here and a few subs as well, but it's the main starting 11 we'll be looking at. And in goal we have got Jacob Hogard from Stoke City, Danish goalkeeper. I like the look of him, very tall keeper as well. And left footed as well. So moving on to the right back now, we have from Chelsea, we got Dujon Sterling, and pretty decent pace for a bronze. There wasn't a huge amount of selection, so a nice right back to have there in the team. Moving on to centre back, two Man City centre backs, which shows they've got some good youth players in the team as well. A lot of these players are a lot younger, you will see with the date of birth. So we've got Shea Facey here, really nice pace on that card and some good stats for a bronze as well. The physicality and defending very good on there. Moving on to the second one, it's Humphreys Grant, another English centre back as well, which I like to see in these squads, as you can see there. Bought for 1,000 coins as well, so not too cheap either. Has good height on there, 6'2". And then moving on to the left back, we have Dimitri Mitchell, and a lot of English players in this team. As you see, he's got a nice card there, one of the first rare ones that we got in this team as well. A nice card, decent pace on there, 3-star with weak foot and 3-star skill moves as well. Then moving on, in the CDM position, we've got from Man United, another United player, Scott McTominay, and really nice card there, good pace for a CDM, nice physicality as well at 68, and a good workhorse there, medium work rates, which seem to be okay in game, and 6'4" in height. Moving on to the right midfielder, we've got Samuelson, 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves really stood out for me. 74 pace and a really nice card there from the Norwegian. Moving on to the left midfield, we've got a guy who should be hitting the first team for Everton. I don't know why he's not getting a look in, but it is Look Man, sort of playing with my words there. 84 pace, only 2-star skill moves, but 4-star weak foot on there as well. Moving on to the centre attacking mid, we have Hazard, and I'm not actually sure whether this is the brother of Hazard, but he's in at Chelsea, and he's got a really nice card there. You see quite a young player as well. Very decent card. Shooting was a little bit weak on the game, seemed to play okay. Moving on to the two strikers, we have Chuba Akpom. People will know him quite well. He's from Arsenal, English player as well. Good pace on him, and the stats down there pretty decent, not too great though, but 3-star for weak foot and 3-star skill moves. And then moving on to the other striker, we have a West Ham United player. It's Martinez from Spain. Nice card there for him as well, 4-star weak foot, and pretty solid striker in the team. So let's go in and have a look at some of the goals we've got and talk about the team a bit more in depth. Okay, so moving on to the highlights with this team now, and I've got the goals in the background for you, a few minutes worth of goals here that you can have a look through. Really nice one there to start off with, Martinez the striker, fantastic finish from well outside the box. The only little trouble I came up against, it's the first bronze squad build I've done on here, and there's no bronze or silver tournaments. I'm not sure whether that was a thing last year as well, but I was a little bit stuck of where to go in terms of playing so that I was able to use the team to the abilities that I felt they were capable of. And eventually I did friendlies, but what I found is, as you'll see when I was going through a team, it was saying 10 games to play with a team. I think I only played 5 full games, maybe 6 at a push, but it was very difficult. People kept backing out. I don't know whether it was for coin bonus purposes or not, but once we got movement, this team had a very good time using this team, very enjoyable, and it was nice. Obviously there's difficulties when you're using a weaker team. You're not getting that type of quality that you're used to even using basic goal cards, but anyway, moving on to the team in general, we got Hogard in goal, really solid keeper, makes some great shot stopping saves, and all round his stats actually quite well balanced for a keeper. He's absolutely humongous in game as well, and just a really nice solid keeper. Onto the back line, Sterling and I think it was Mitchell at the wing back positions. Well, I'll say wing back, left back and right back. Really solid players. Not a lot of pace, 73 and 74 with their paces, but Sterling is absolutely brilliant in game. Just seemed to keep barging people off the ball. Any wingers for the other team. Absolutely fantastic player. Would really recommend using him. Between the two English centre backs from City, because there's a few Manchester players, a lot of Manchester players, so I'm hoping that some of these players are going to get a chance in their respective teams when the time's right for them, because a lot of these are very young. Humphreys Grant, date of birth in 98, very very young player, but he was definitely the standout centre back compared to Facey, who was decent but just not quite as good. In the midfield, we had some really strong wingers. We had Samuelson with a 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, chipped in with 3 goals and assist, and then Lookman, who I'd say that's a standout player in the team, was very good. He got 2 goals and 3 assists as well. In the CDM position, we had from Manchester United, we had McTominay, very good player, nice and tall as well, winning a lot of them aerial balls straight from the goalkeeper. and from any goal kicks and free kicks, any sort of position like that, just picked it up and sprayed it about. And then going on to the cam position, we have Kylian Hazard. Like I said, his shooting doesn't look good on card, but it's very nice in game, where he's got the 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves as well. Very comfortable on the ball, happy to play it about, pick it up and spray it into the striker. Seem to get into them right positions is what you need as well. And then going on to the 2 strikers, we had Akpom and Martinez. Like I said, Martinez, you saw that great finish at the start, and then also when you had with Akpom, you sort of matching up 2 and 2 there. You've got Martinez with the touch, control, shooting, and then Akpom with the pace as well. You'll have seen with a couple of goals Akpom scored, very nice. We're finishing off there with an Akpom goal as well. Like I said, I would really recommend this team. Try and give it as much time as you can as well. Don't expect it to be plain sailing straight away. You have to get used to the way in which these players play, but once you get used to it, it can be very fun and quite enjoyable to use different types of players on this game. If you have enjoyed this squad builder, then please drop a like. We're going to put a silver BPL squad builder out next week for you guys as well. Thanks very much for watching, and goodbye.